Hi, good evening. So we will start the discussion with what are variables, what are coefficients, when do we call a equation linear, how do we solve linear equations, what is the difference between a solution and root of a equation. Your second session half and third session of linear equation is going to be about integral solutions. No matter what year paper you select, CAT 2023, 2022, 21, any paper you select of CAT, every slot has at least one question dealing with integral solutions or integral values. It's a very important concept. In fact, a lot of questions of maxima and minima are framed based upon x and y being integers. So when you see equations like these, something of this nature, or when you see equations like these, we are not going to solve every one of these equations. I'm simply showing you how equations could be created. Very elementary stuff. So here you see these are variables. Most of the cases, 90% of the cases, we use x, y, z as variables, p, q, r as variables. This number written in front of x is called the coefficient. So coefficients are 3 and 5, 2 and 5 coefficients. X and y are variables. These are coefficients, and this is a constant. This is a constant. It has no variable attached to it. It's a simple numeric value. It's a constant. 5 is a constant, 10 is a constant, 0 is a constant. Now, what is degree and what is order of an equation? Here, there is one variable. There are two variables. See, variables are two. There can be more terms. Variables are two. Order means number of variables. This is very elementary, basic theory. You probably will never see application of any of this, but it is covered in books, it is covered in videos. So I'm starting with order. What is order? Order is number of variables. So for this equation, order is 1. There is one variable. For this equation, order is 2. Order is number of variables. Order is number of variables. Degree is little tricky if you observe. See, there is one variable x and the power is 1. There is one variable x, one variable y, and the power is 1. Now there are two variables, but the highest power is 2. So the maximum power of any variable is the degree. So here the degree of the first equation, degree of the first equation is 1 degree. See, they have both same power 1 and 1. So highest power is 1. Here the degree is 2. The highest power is 2. Here it is a little tricky. Many books don't cover this. Many people don't cover this. When variables are multiplied, we consider the powers are added. The power is 1, the power is 1, consider it added, the power is 2. So degree of this equation is, take your time, copy this down. The second equation is called a linear equation. And the third one is called a quadratic equation. So you are going to spend a lot of time on these two. In fact, all of theory of polynomials is derived through quadratic. I'll teach you how to find roots, how to predict roots. It will be useful to us in higher degree equations. Higher degree equations are called polynomials. Comment done once you have taken care of all the content from the screen. Order is number of variables. Degree is the highest power. When variables are multiplied, please pay attention, powers are added. When variables are multiplied, powers are added. Others, comment done. Shalom. Very simple concepts. Nothing high level, nothing fancy. Now, how does the graph look like for a linear equation? How do we plot it? And why are they even called linear? Why do we call them linear? I'll go with a simple equation. Let us say 3x plus 4y is equal to 24. When we say graph plotting, we are using 2 dimensions. We cannot plot a graph in 3D. The paper, the screen, they are 2D. So we use Cartesian coordinates. Horizontal x-axis, vertical y-axis, upward positive, rightward positive, downward y is negative, leftward x is negative. Standard sign convention. The origin is 0, 0. Every point is denoted by x, y. Every point has two values, one for x, one for y. That is how we locate points in coordinates. So if I want to plot any graph, not linear, any graph, the best way is finding intercepts. If I make x is equal to 0, it gives me what? 4y is equal to 24, y is equal to 6. So at a height of 6, the graph will pass through the point this 0, 6. X is 0. X is always written first. And then y 0, 6. Then if I make y is equal to 0, I will have 3x is equal to 24. X is equal to 8. So somewhere at a distance of 8 from origin, at a distance of 8. X is 8. Y is 0. 8, 0. These are the 2 points from which the graph will pass. Now if you see, observe, I put x is equal to 1. What happens? When I put 1 in this, it becomes 3 plus 4y 24. 4y 21. Y 5 point something. 5.25. What was y earlier? Y was 6. When x becomes 1, y decreases. Y comes down. Y has come down. When you put x is equal to 2, what will this become? What will this become? 6 plus 4y is equal to 24. So basically y is equal to 18 upon 4, 4.5. Do you feel x is increasing from 0? X became 1, y decreases. X became 2, y decreases further. So if you connect these points, you'll realize, you'll understand. थोड़ा tilt हो सकता है because I'm using a digital pen. So you understand, when you connect all these points, they lie on the graph. So graph will be a straight line. It is called a linear equation because the graph is a straight line. So you don't have to always find all of the points. You can simply find out the intercept here. You can find out intercept here. Your job is done. Take 2 minutes, copy this down. Intercepts. You see the equation has power 1. It has two variables x and y. So 2 dimensions में Cartesian coordinates, you can plot the graph like this. Put x is equal to 0, you get y intercept. Put y is equal to 0, you get x intercept. How to plot linear equations. Finding intercepts is the best way. Now, one very critical point to be made here. See, every time I put some value of x, see, how does the graph actually work? Imagine this was on a graph paper. I give you value of x is equal to 4. So you draw a vertical line. Wherever it cuts, that is the solution for y. If I give you value of y, let us say is equal to minus 5. Minus 5. You draw horizontally. Then vertically, wherever it cuts is the value of x. So you can find these points through graphical method. If you have a graph plotted on a graph paper, you can do all these things. Now listen to the language. X is equal to 0, y is equal to 6 will fit this equation perfectly. X is equal to 1, y is equal to 5.25 will also fit this equation. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 4.5 will also fit. There are infinite points. There are infinite points on a line. All these points are called solutions. All these points are called solution. Any point on the line will give me one value of x and one value of y. Any point on the line, any point on the line will give me one value of x and one value of y. These points are called solutions. Any value of x, any value of y, which makes LHS and RHS equal. Left hand side, right hand side. If it makes equal, that is called a solution. Now, this is a unique point. This is a unique solution. This is also called root of the graph, root of the equation or graph. The value of x which turns y into 0 is called a root. What I'm telling you is root is a solution. Root is a solution. Not every solution is root. See, not all solutions can be roots. What is root? Root is a solution which makes variable y 0. Root is a solution which makes variable y 0. confirmation on this? What is a root? What is a solution? How are the two different? Why are there infinite solutions for a line? Because there are infinite points on a line. Moving on. Now, there may be many different approaches that you see in books of solving linear equations. Unfortunately, if you are an engineer, you have seen Kramer's rule to solve. इतना time नहीं रहता CAT में. When somebody says solve, you're looking for a common point between equations. Solution means common point. If an equation like this is given to us, 3x plus, let us say 4y is equal to 31, and let us say 4x plus 5y. Give me a second. Something like this given to you, and somebody says solve करके बताओ इसको. So how do we go about solving? The method that we apply is equating coefficients or cancelling coefficients. I see there is 3, there is 4. So what I will do is I'll multiply the 3 in front of this, I'll multiply the 4 in front of this, like this. The entire equation becomes 12x plus 16y is equal to 124. This will become 12x plus 15y is equal to 120. Because the coefficient is same, you have to subtract. You have to negate. So x is cancelled. This is 16 minus 15, so y. 124 minus 120, so 4. Y is equal to 4. Once you know the value of y is equal to 4, put it back in any of the equations and you can find x. If y was a difficult number, y was something like this, and I'm not comfortable putting back that number, so you again cancel y. To cancel y, you multiply 5 above. You can solve it from both sides if you like. The idea is to solve so many questions like these that 80% of the work is done verbally. If I want to cancel y, I will take this 5 and multiply here. I'll take this 4 and multiply here. Whatever variable you want to cancel, either cross multiply or equate the coefficients. This will turn into 15x, 20y, 155, 16x, 20y, 160. अगर कंफ्यूजन होता है नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव, टेंशन मत लो, सब्ट्रैक्ट. 15 minus 16 is minus x. ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा. 155 minus this is minus 5. X is equal to 8. You don't want to do this, take this value and put it back in anyone. If I put it here, 3 into x plus 4 into 4 is equal to 31. 3x is equal to 15. X is equal to 5. Replacing is good when the numbers are integers, natural number, or simpler decimals. But if number is there like 12 by 13, that you must resolve. You must cancel y and find x. This is the simplest method. By equating coefficient, we cancel the value. What does this point mean? What does this 5 and what does this 4 mean? The two lines will cross over. Two lines will cross over at a common point. A common solution means the intersection. What does that point actually mean? What does this point represent? It's a point of intersection of two graphs. It's a common point that will fit both equations. Comment done. All other methods are going to be time taking as compared to this. Now I can show you as recent as CAT 2021 application of this concept. See, if this is xy axis, xy axis, xy axis, and there are two equations. One is ax plus by is equal to c. Coefficients are small abc. Another equation is capital Ax plus capital By, capital C. There are two equations. So there is a possibility that these equations will cross each other and give you one solution. Crossover, one solution, unique solution. Number of solutions, one. There is a possibility that two equations, two graphs will remain parallel. So there are no solutions. Number of solutions, 0. Third possibility is, by mistake, you have written same equation, or you have drawn. See, this is blue one is the equation 1, and green one overlaps it. Green one overlaps it perfectly overshadows it like this. So every point is solution. So number of solutions are infinite. So who determines, will I have unique solution, one solution, no solution, or will I have infinite solutions? Who will determine this? Who will tell me this? The coefficients of x, y, and z tell us this. In the first case, the coefficient of x in the ratio a by a and coefficient of y in the ratio b by b should not be same. If the ratio of a upon a, which is coefficient of x, is not same as b upon b, which is ratio for y, it is not same. That means there is one unique solution. In these two, please observe. I want you to learn this through comparison. The third case is, it is the same equation rewritten. So all ratios will be same. All ratios are same. So what can be the difference between second, third case? Second case and third case, what can be the difference? In second case, the constant does not follow the same ratio. Observe, write this down side by side for comparison, for understanding. Now these two are also called the examples of non-unique solution. There are no solutions, so no unique solution. There are infinite solutions, so again they are not unique solutions. Second one is also called set of inconsistent equations. There is so much to cover here. There is so much knowledge that we can part regarding these three graphs. First one, unique solution, no solution, infinite solution. These both combined are called examples of non-unique solutions. Moving on. Guys, confirmation on this? This is exactly what we have covered. 3 ways in which they interact with each other. So that is again one more slide for it. Now something new, you probably will not find this concept as theory in books, and usually detailed explanations are missing from books. Whichever XYZ coaching or learning or whatever content you pick, dependency check. But questions are very common. In fact, I can apply this concept to high level questions of logarithms, logs. What is dependency check? As a rule, if I give you two variables and two equations, it is highly likely you will be able to find out what is x and what is y. By cancelling coefficients, by equating options, you'll be able to find x and y. But sometimes it happens, in some cases it happens, you have more variables and less equations. You have more variables and less equations. Let me frame a small question for you on let us say stationery. A person buys 3 pencils, 2 erasers, and let us say 4 sharpeners, and ends up paying rupees 120. Let us hope negative na aa jaye kuch bhi. Next time the person buys 5 pencils, 3 erasers, and 2 sharpeners, ends up paying rupees 140. Let us assume that. The question will be, how much does the person need to pay if the person buys? I'm just trying to avoid negative values here. How much will the person have to pay to buy 2 pencils, 2 erasers, and 12 sharpeners? So in such questions, you notice now the problem is there are 3 variables and 2 equations are given. It may not be possible to find out x, y, and z. It may not be possible. It might not be possible. So this is where the dependency method comes in. Why have I called it dependency check? Because the method might not always work. You have to first check. Now please slow down. I will solve this question, then you take your time to copy. 3 pens, 2 erasers, 4 sharpeners cost rupees 120. 5 pens, 3 erasers, 2 sharpeners cost rupees 140. How much will this cost? How much will this cost? Iska kitna kharcha hoga? So this is done by changing variables. Right now variables are pens or pencils, erasers, sharpeners. Please observe, I am multiplying the first equation by x and second equation by y. What happens? Earlier I had 3 pencils. Now I have 3x. 3x pencils I have. Earlier I had 5 pencils. Now I have 5y pencils. And how many do I need? I need 2. I will go for erasers. Earlier there were 2 erasers. I am multiplying x. So how many erasers I have? I have 2x erasers. I am multiplying y. So I have 3y erasers. What about sharpeners? Sharpeners we have 4x sharpeners and 2y sharpeners. How many do we want? We want 12. Now it is your choice, your decision to make. you solve any two equations. Let us say I'm solving the first two. I'm solving the first two. See, these will also be multiplied. Even multiply hoga na. This will become 120x. This will become 120x. And this will become 140y. Observe. I am trying to solve these. मैंने ऊपर 3 मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया, नीचे 5 मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया. ऊपर 3, नीचे 5. This becomes 9x 15y is equal to 6. नीचे क्या लगा दिया? 5. 10x माइनस कर दो इनको. minus x, y is gone, is equal to minus 4, x is equal to 4. X का value 4 आ गया. I will put this value in any one of the equations. Let us say I'm putting it here. I'm putting 4 here. 12x, 12, 3 into 4, 12. 3 into 4, 12. Plus 5y is equal to 2. Y, this will become 5y is equal to minus 10. Y is equal to minus 2. Now listen to this. I will explain everything twice, thrice. I do not mind. It is an advanced concept. Usually mentors don't cover this. They wait for booster series or master classes or whatnot to cover such things. We are covering this in the first class, first lecture. Now, why is it called dependency check? Because whatever you have solved must fit the last equation. If it does not fit, if you do not get 12, the question is not solvable. If you get 12, now you can answer the question. Let me put this here. 4 into 4 minus 2 into 2. Is it 12? Is it true? Is this true? Yes. The question is solvable. So when you multiply x in the first equation, it becomes 120x and 140y. So the final bill will be, put 4 here. Put 4 here. 120 into 4, 480. Put minus 2 here. That is 280. So you will have to pay a bill of 200 rupees. This all will come down to 200 rupees. This will be 200 rupees. So take your time, copy this down. This whole process is called dependency check. Last equation has to match. You guys have studied this. If you are from CBSE, you have studied this in 8th or 9th standard as PQ method. It is usually called in books PQ method or UV method. I have multiplied x and y. In books, they multiply either PQ or they multiply UV. Approach is same. Basically, what have you done? Rather than finding the price of a single pencil, single eraser, single sharpener, you have manipulated coefficients. You are basically trying to match these coefficients. Take your time, copy this down. Why is it called dependency check? Because the last equation has to match. Comment done. क्योंकि हमें टू पेंसिल्स चाहिए. वी नीड टू पेंसिल्स. Pencils are 3 in the first equation. Pencils are 5 in the second equation. When you multiply x and y, the pencils become 3x and 5y. 3x and 5y pencils. See, PE is the price of a pencil. PE is price of a pencil. The number in front are coefficients. You are matching coefficients. Confirmation done. When to apply this method? You apply this method when there are more variables and less equations. You have two equations. When there's an equal to sign with a number, that is a complete equation. You have two complete equations and you need a hint on three variables. You probably will not be able to find every variable, but it is possible to manipulate equations and get an answer. On a very small scale, let us say in some question you have this. Let us say x plus 3y plus z is equal to 8, 3x plus 2y plus 2z, let us say, is equal to 14, and you have 2x plus y plus 3z, let us say, equal to again 14, let us say this, and you need to find x plus y plus z. You need this. Can I say just by adding these I can have 6x plus 6y plus 6z is equal to 36? So cancel 6, that is your answer. So do you have to find x, y and z for this? No. Do you always need PQR? No. If the numbers are very simple, you can imagine double करके plus किया, double करके minus किया, triple करके double करके plus minus किया. Maybe by trial error you can find the answer. Maybe. So that is called dependency. You see, I modified the complete equation 3, equation 1, equation 3. I did not find x, y, z. Many years back in those 2002, 2003 type of time or type of year, there used to be such questions where the wording will be these will be PQR, these will be PQR. So for what relation between PQR S is the set of equations independent of XYZ? Independent. I'm able to answer this without knowing XYZ. This answer is independent of XYZ. Something different. Haven't seen after that. There's no point into going into that. Moving on. So this is what I have done for you here. One more slide for it, not needed. Now this is very simple. This is very simple. Why have I added this slide? Sometimes you will come across very weird like coefficients 13x plus 21y is equal to some number a, 21x plus 13y is equal to b. Whenever you see coefficients are interchanging, what is interchanging? You either add equations or you subtract. Or maybe you can do both one after other. You can save a lot of time. First of all, coefficients are 13 and 21. Multiply करके you will end up with 13 का square, 21 का square. Rather than doing such silly things, what you do is you add them. You add them. This will become 34 and 34. So it will become 34 times of x plus y is equal to a plus b. Here, if you subtract, you decide to subtract, it will become minus 8 and plus 8. So 8 times of y minus x is equal to a minus b. So whenever coefficients interchange, you think of addition and subtractions. Simple, reverse and add, reverse and subtract. Very simple stuff. For numbers, again, no need to actually create theory for such things. Numbers में पढ़ लेंगे. When you reverse a number and add a number, it becomes a multiple of 11. Reverse a number and subtract a number, two-digit number, it becomes a multiple of 9. तो question साथ भी हो जाएगा. So 3 questions on the screen. Go on. First 5-6 questions are very simple. Then the bar will increase drastically. So go on, solve these for me. 3 questions. Take 3 to 4 minutes. Go ahead, solve. A is a separate question. A has 2 equations, find x and y. B is a separate question, find x and y. C is a separate question, find x and y. Try. See parallel lines. First one is -1, -4. Let me check. Yes, makes sense. Second one, B, Bombay. Second one, you're saying parallel lines. All right, observe. In such questions, what we do is when we see equations are, third is parallel, yes. When equations are in the denominator, why can I not assume in a simple form this is A and this is B, second one. So it becomes 7A plus 13B. Please notice 13 and B. 13B is equal to 27 and we have 13A plus 7B is equal to 33. So you observe it is so well designed. If I add both, I will have 20 times of A plus B is equal to 60. So A plus B is equal to 3. If I subtract, if I subtract rather than add, I found out A plus B is 3. If I subtract here, this is 7 minus 13. So I have minus 6A plus 6B is equal to minus 6. So A minus B is equal to 1. If you look at this, you can clearly see A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 1 will get you the answer. A is equal to 2, B is equal to 1, 2, 1 works. Now I have to find X and Y. So what is this 2 equal to? This 2 is equal to 1 upon 2x plus 1. So 2x plus 1 is equal to 1 by 2. 2x is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1. So 1 by 2 x is equal to minus 1 by 4. There, your job is done. You want y? 1 is equal to 1 upon y plus 2. So y plus 2 is equal to 1. Y is equal to minus 1. Your job is done. So second was the only challenging, only time-taking one. First one, yes, you simply multiply the first equation by 2, you add both, y cancel, okay, you can find x. And third is parallel lines. The coefficient ratio for x is 1 by 2. Coefficient ratio for y is 3 by 6, which is 1 by 2, which is not equal to 4 by minus 3. So C is a set of parallel lines. Parallel lines have 0 solutions. First and second are solvable. Second is little time taking, but yes, it is doable. Simple questions. First 5-6 questions are very simple. 6 years ago, Ram was thrice the age of Sham. After 6 years, Ram will be twice the age of Sham. Find the present age of Sham. So go on, complete this. Creating equations based upon the language, creating equations. Go on, complete this. So how do we frame these questions? How do we frame these equations? Let us say age of Ram is X, Sham is Y. When we say ago means past, before. So 6 years ago, they will both lose 6 years. X and Y are their current ages. 6 years ago, the age of Ram was 3 times of Sham. Done. After 6 years means X will increase by 6, Y will increase by 6. The age of Ram will become twice of Sham. Your job, my job is to find age of Sham. So can I not simply subtract the two? If I subtract two equations, X will get cancelled. 6 minus 6 is minus 12. That is okay. That is fine. This equation is 3y minus 18 and this equation is 2y plus 12. So I'm subtracting like this. So 3y minus 2y, y minus 18 minus 12, so minus 30. Transfer it, y is equal to 30 minus 12. 30 minus 12, y is equal to 18 years old. That's all. What is present age of Sham? Very childish questions. Why are they here? Very simple questions, just for practice. Let us raise the bar. Subtract, simply subtract. X is cancelled. You make sure you're writing plus minus sign correctly. You'll have your answer pretty fast. What is the ratio of area covered by lines L1 and L2 with XY axis where L1 is equal to 4x plus 3y is equal to 12 and L2 is equal to 3x minus 2y is equal to 6. You need to be able to plot these lines. There is some area they are covering with XY axis and you need to find the ratio of areas. Take 2 minutes and give me an answer. So as I've shown you earlier, why is this question here? Because I've shown you how to plot graphs. What you do in the first case is simply make x is equal to 0. You get 3y is equal to 12. You get y is equal to 4. Now in the first one, you make y is equal to 0. So what do you get? You get 4x is equal to 12. So you get x is equal to 3. So these are the intercepts. This is x is equal to 3. So the base is 3 and y is equal to 4. So the height is 4. So what is the area? Area covered with xy axis is 1 by 2 into base into height. So area is 6. You do the same thing for the second equation. Make x is equal to 0. You get minus 2y is equal to 6. Y is equal to minus 3. You make y is equal to 0. You get 3x is equal to 6. X is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2. The graph is downwards. The graph is downwards. What have we got? X is equal to 2 units and y is equal to minus 3. Something like this. See, the y is negative, but height will be taken as 3. Don't take height as negative and base is 2. What is the area? 1 by 2 into base into height. So the area is 3. What is the ratio between these two? See, the L1 is first. So the area will be in the numerator. 6 by 3 is 2 by 1. This is not CAT level. This might be a small part of some large problem. This is right now maybe CET snap level. But we are practicing, we are learning new things. So why not? By putting x is equal to 0, then y is equal to 0, you get intercepts. Using those intercepts, you can find areas. Now, by current standards of CAT, this is somewhat approaching CAT level. Give it a shot. I'll wait for a minute or two. Try. How many triplets ABC exist such that ABC belong to, this is a symbol, belong to. ABC belong to 1, 2, 3, 4. So ABC can be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. When A is 1, B is 2, C is 1. This is different than A is 1, B is 1, C is 2. The value matters. Order matters. what value goes to A, B, and C, it matters. And bx plus ay is equal to c, ax plus cy is equal to b have unique solution for x and y. When you have a unique solution, you are basically saying coefficient of x and coefficient of y are not equal. When x and y coefficients are not equal, we have a unique solution. So you're basically saying b into c cannot be equal to a. Now you think clearly. Is it possible to check this, or is it possible to check this? What is possible, guys? To check a square is equal to bc, how many such values are there? How many triplets are there? Or is it possible to check how many are there where the unequal? So let us reverse. I'm imagining they are equal. I'm imagining they are equal. A square is equal to b into c. If a is equal to 1 square is equal to b into c, there's only one possibility. 1, 1, 1. Done. If I imagine a is equal to 2, so a square is 4. 4 is equal to b into c. Please observe. A, B, C. A is equal to 2. It is possible that B1, C4. 2, 4, 1. It is possible 2, 2, 2. What if A is equal to 3? If A is equal to 3, 9 is equal to B into C. अब देखो 1 into 9 तो हो नहीं सकता ना. The only possibility is A, B, C being 3, 3, 3. When you take A is equal to 4, which is 16. 4 square 16. The only possibility is A, B, C 4, 4, 4. Listen to my language. Listen to my explanation here. A has got 4 options. B has got 4 options. C has got 4 options. There are 64 possibilities. And whatever I found out for you, I have found out where A square is equal to BC. One possibility, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I cannot allow these six possibilities. So there are 58 other possibilities. In these 58 possibilities, you will have a unique solution. In these 58 possibilities, B into C is not equal to A. B into C is not equal to A. In those 6 possibilities, B into C is equal to A. Confirmation of the solution. केसेस बनेंगे बट क्या चीज के? हाँ बेटा, B इंटू सी इज नॉट इक्वल टू ए स्क्वायर के 58 केसेस बनेंगे. Is it possible to count 58 cases, or is it possible to count reverse? B into C is equal to A square. I found in how many cases B into C is equal to A square? इसको हटा दिया. So usually people wait for last 1 month to cover such questions. Call it booster or call it something else, makes no difference. Master classes, world classes, last mile, makes no difference. We are covering that in the very first session. Also, you have seen dependency check. You'll probably not find that approach in books. Try this one. for simultaneous system of equations, this and this, to have infinite simultaneous solutions, what should be the value of P plus Q? So when you have infinite solutions, all ratios are same. X coefficient is 1, the coefficient is -4. 1 upon -4 should be same as, what is coefficient of x, y? It is 9 upon p. 9 upon p. So I directly get p is equal to -36. Done. It should also be equal to the constant ka ratio. What is constant? 12. What is constant? Q. So if you make it equal, you will have Q is equal to -48. What is P plus Q? What is P plus Q? How much is P plus Q? -84. Simple questions. Infinite solutions, the ratio of all coefficients and constant must be same. If the equation is ax plus by is equal to c, capital Ax plus capital By is equal to capital C, a upon a should be same as b upon b, should be same as c upon c. Moving on. लो जी, try करो. Iqbal and Mushtaq are playing cards with a full pack of cards. Give it a shot. Take 2 minutes. This is a very old cat question. Very old. Old cat question. Comment your answer. Iqbal dealt some cards to Mushtaq and himself from a full pack of playing cards and laid the rest aside. Iqbal said to Mushtaq, "If you give me a certain number of your cards, I will have 4 times as many cards as you will have." When you say if means a new condition. If I give you same number of cards, I will have thrice as many cards as you will have. Of the given choices, which could represent the number of cards with Iqbal? Which could represent number of cards with Iqbal? So see, total cards are 52 in a pack of cards. Some of them have been kept away. They are not distributing all of the cards. I'm imagining Iqbal has I number of cards, Mushtaq has M number of cards. Here it starts. If you give me, who is talking? Who is the one speaking? Iqbal is speaking. Iqbal says, if you give me some number of cards, I will have 4 times as many cards you will have. So I'm subtracting a number n from here and I'm giving that number to Iqbal. Iqbal says, once you give me n number of cards, I will have 4 times as many cards as you will have. Well, how many are remaining? M minus n. M, Mushtaq was given, I, Iqbal was given, n is the exchange, n. If I give you the same number of cards, I give you, so Iqbal के पास से कम हो जाएंगे and they will be added towards Mushtaq. If I give you same number of cards, I will have thrice as many cards as you will have. Now see, I am trying to find out how many cards are there with Iqbal or with Mushtaq. So I don't want the value of n. So what I will do is I will try to cancel n. देखो कैसे कर सकते हैं? I am transferring this on the left side. This will become I. Right side में तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता. That's okay. I am trying to cancel n. Please observe. This is 4m minus. ये अंदर जाके बन जाएगा 4n. एक और n आ जाएगा तो 5n. This will become I is equal to 3m plus 3n. Now you might be thinking, sir, हम ऐसा करते हैं ना, I को cancel कर देते हैं. अरे बेटा, you're looking for the value of I. Why would you cancel it? See what I am doing? I am multiplying. Please observe. I am multiplying the first equation with 3 and second equation with 5. क्या बन जाएगा? Look at this. Look at this. 3i is equal to 12m minus 15n. 5i is equal to 15m plus 15n. Now what happens as soon as you add these numbers? As soon as you add these numbers, just verify my calculations. अरे बाबा, ये अंदर जाके 3 और ये 4n बन जाएगा ना. This will become 4n. So I'll multiply first one with 4. First one with 4. Why am I doing that? You'll understand now. This n is multiplied by 3. It is 3n. वापस एक n आएगा. It will become 4n, not 3n, 4n. So the first equation becomes 4i is equal to 16m minus 20n, और नीचे लगा देंगे अपन 5, which is 20n. Now you see, by adding, it's cancelled out. So what I have is 9i is equal to 31m. That means I upon m is 31 upon 9. तो जो I का वैल्यू है, it must be a multiple of 31. The value of I must be a multiple of 31. Answer option C. Yes, I've corrected that. Yes. Is the solution clear? Observe. Let me know if this is clear. Confirmation of the solution. The ratio comes out to be 31 by 9. So the cards with Iqbal are multiples of 31 and with Mushtaq multiple of 9. So I'm looking for Iqbal. How many cards could he have? So on the screen, there's only one multiple of 31. You cannot have any other multiple because there are 52 cards. Because second multiple will make it 62 cards and 18 cards. It will surpass 52. Moving on from this. Try. In 𝒉𝒂𝒂𝒒, each boy's quota of matchsticks to fill into boxes is not more than 200 per session. If he reduces the number of sticks per box by 25, he can fill 3 more boxes with total number of sticks assigned to him. Which of the following is possible number of sticks assigned to each boy? See how question has been framed, how the language is evolving. They have to have not more than 200 sticks. They are filling boxes. There are boxes. There are number of matches in each box. It cannot be more than 200. And then some extra hints are given to you. So go on, try. There's a hint about less number of sticks per box. If sticks are decreased per box, there will be more number of boxes. See, if I'm imagining the number of boxes is X and number of sticks in every box is Y. This is what I need as an answer. We are being told if I decrease 25 sticks in a box, if I decrease 25 sticks, I would be able to fill 3 more boxes. So we are saying this number and this number are same. Both numbers are same. Now, how do you solve this? How do you go about solving this? You equate both. Xy is equal to xy. Multiply this. It is minus 25x. Multiply this plus 3y. Multiply 75. Cancelled, cancelled. So what you have here is 3y minus 25x is equal to 75. You're looking for integral values here for x and y both. How can you have integral values for x and y both? So let me start this through options rather. Let me try and solve this through options. There is one way to observe here. Observe. This is a multiple of 25. This is a multiple of 25. This has to be a multiple of 25. Otherwise, you will not have integer values. 25 ka multiple, 25 ka multiple. This has to be multiple of 25. So y is a multiple of 25. So observe, if I, this is a very long question. Otherwise, it will become a quadratic question. I don't want that. If I imagine y, see, I'm going to reduce 25, reduce. So if I imagine y is equal to 50, it should be 4 boxes. If this becomes 25, if this becomes 25, boxes become 8. Is the increase of 3? No. Can you take larger than that? If this is 200, can I take 100 matches in a box, 2 boxes, decrease it to 75? अब ये multiple बनेगा ही नहीं. Not possible. If it is 150, please observe, learn this. If it is 150, can I say 50 matches, 3 boxes, 25 matches, 6 boxes? देखो कितना increase हो गया? 3 का. There is an answer. Without this kind of thought process, this becomes a fairly difficult problem. This becomes a fairly large problem. ये समझ में आ रहा है? How are we manipulating these values? How are we manipulating these numbers? How did I reach the conclusion that y must be a multiple of 25? Y is the number of sticks. What is the first multiple of 25? 25 itself. But I cannot have 25 sticks because 25 come karke it will become 0. So what we did is checked for 50. 50 match हो गया. 50 sticks, 3 match boxes makes it 150. 25 sticks makes it 6 boxes. हो गया 150. Is the number of boxes increasing by 3? Yes, job done. Is this cat level? Yes, this is cat like. Yes. Another approach I will teach you in coming lectures of integral solutions. Integral solutions. वो और भी अच्छा है इससे. Shall we continue or shall we call it a day? ठीक है. So we'll pick it up from question solving. We'll solve a few more questions. Raise the bar. Chalo. We'll pick up tomorrow. Yeah. Good night.